Hello and welcome to my back. Welcome to my Pokemon Black walkthrough. I'm your host, DeoGenZ, and we are in New Vema Town, whatever you want to call it, Rayquaza, Tomato. And Mother just can't let us part on our journey without giving us some extra items. So really, I can't complain. A town map is quite dandy with me. Because honestly, I don't know all the English names of the towns. Again, I did this purposefully so I could have some surprises. I think you all understand. I mean, really, that's what I think Black and White does the best, is really reinvent the series, or not reinvent the series, I'm sorry, but kind of flips it over, turns it over and makes it fresh again, because it's all the same game as far as the mechanics and basically the same storyline where our main goal is to defeat the Elite Four, become the best Pokemon Master, collect all the Pokemon, and defeat the evil team that's we're probably going to meet soon. If not in this episode, then definitely the next. And so overall, it's a pretty same game to what we've been playing for the last 10 years. But the way that they do it, and the fact that you can only catch these new 150 Pokemon, you're not seeing any familiar faces anymore. The mechanics they are slightly tweaked. You know, the basic structure of the game is there, but all the moves are changed, or not all the moves are changed, but there's new moves to configure, and new strategies to be found. So really, I think it re-excites and reignites the Pokemon series. And if you see the game sales, I think it's like, what, 1.8 million or something like that? Some crazy number on the first day of launch. And of course you're probably thinking, well, DeoGenZ, why do I care how much money Nintendo made? I got the game, that's all I care about. Well, consider this, my friends. As soon as the Pokemon Global Link launches on March 30th, all those 1.8 million people, I don't know where the 0.8 million person could be, if it's just a few arms and legs playing on some DS or something like that. I don't know why it's 0.8 million. Didn't know you could buy point something of a game. But anyway, when all those people come online, we're going to have interconnectivity with each other, and it's going to be like never before because it's going to be so easy to do. It's really just a matter of touching the bottom screen. Obviously we can't do that now, and we don't even have the ability to do that even if the Global Link was available at this time, because we don't have Sea Gear yet, but we'll get there. But before we do, we have to learn how to re-catch Pokemon again. So we have Minchino, which used to be Chill Army, and Patrat, which used to be Crazy Bidoof on cocaine. I'm going to try and forget some of the Japanese names, just let go of them. Patrat. What was this thing called in Japanese? Something... Wow, you see, I don't even remember anymore. And it's funny, I look at Patrat now, and for some reason he seems less coked out. I don't know, I guess that's because Charlie Sheen is in the news so much, so comparatively, you know, one is greater than the other. Charlie Sheen. And that's how you catch Pokemon, if you didn't know. Weaken the Pokemon first, and throw balls at them. And hopefully they stay within the ball. What lurks inside the inner workings of the Pokeball, I do not know. That was always a question I wondered, especially back watching the anime. Because when anybody would throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon, it would kind of just vaporize into red visualization into the Pokeball, and I would just wonder, how does it get that small? I mean, how do you fit a Snorlax into such a tiny handheld device? It's mind-boggling. I don't know. But that's the fun thing about video games and also crazy Japanese animes. They don't always have to make sense. But wait a minute! Hey, listen, DeoGenZ and Sharon. I thought of something fun. Oh, really? What would that be? But we need to get going. I imagine the professor is waiting for us. Would you just wait a second? Seriously, if you're going to be a stick in the mud, just get out of here, Sharon. You don't have to stick around if you're going to be a lame-o. Yeah, how often do you hear that term anymore? Not since Rocket Power, I bet. Yeah, now you see the importance of having fun. I have a feeling I'm not going to like Charon too much. He seems like an arrogant prick to me. Someone with all the answers. Even if you defeat him countless times. Okay, make an effort to talk to everybody on your journey. I think it's really cool that they put that sign there. And really, I recommend that you do talk to a lot of people in the Unova region, because especially if you're a newcomer to these games, you're going to get a lot of great information. Okay, we just obtained a potion. So now I can show you off a really cool feature that is new to Black and White and new to Pokemon overall. When you go into your bag, and you have all your options like your Pokeballs, potions, TMs, key items and berries and whatnot, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that there's a box. You tap that and it'll be a check. And you can do that with key items too. Now once you have those items checked, all you gotta do is press Y and the quick menu pops up. I really think this is an awesome solution. I think you can hold like 25 options here and rearrange accordingly to how you want them to be listed with the select button. And Lillipup appears! I remember your name in Japanese, it was Yuteri. And I nicknamed you Woot. Ah, the white days. So anyway, yeah, the quick menu there, a very good solution to the quick button register an item idea. I always thought it was kind of limited that you can only register 1 or 2 items. It's really nice to see that they finally got on ball with that, and you can just have that quick access menu to anything you need. Now, of course, certain key items like the Liberty Pass, which is available now for download on Wi-Fi and allows you to pick up Victini in Castelia City, or actually on Liberty Island, but you have to go to Castelia City first to get there, by boat. But items like that, where there's nothing to interact with, you can't select them because there's really no reason to. And Patrat, let's see if we can catch you. We missed out on that Lillipup back there, so we want to at least come forth with at least 1 Pokemon. And I don't know why I was so redundant, repeating at least twice. Shame on Temis. Okay, I think this should do it. Get in the ball! Doot, doot, doot. Patrat was caught. I think it would be cool if in future games they illustrated the, or animated, not illustrated, but animated that red glow that happened once you caught a Pokemon. Once it was for sure in the ball. That red doom finishing signal to let you know you finally got that little sucker. Okay, let's see if we could search around for a Lillipup. Nope, another Patrat. And another Patrat. Okay. You know what, screw it. Let's just go ahead. I'll tell you what, guys, you don't win anything for having the most Pokemon, so if you spam out all the Pokeballs given to you and get a full roster of 6 in your party, you're not going to win anything special. They're just going to say, awesome job. Actually, no, you know what? I remember that in my cartridge, they didn't even say anything. They're like, ooh, you have more Pokemon than us. Let's go to Accumula Town. I'm like, oh, gee, thanks. No recognition that I'm awesome. Hello, how is everybody doing? This is the cross transceiver, by the way. You and your Pokemon are getting along, aren't you now? Or great now, aren't you? Right now, I'm in front of Accumula Town's Pokemon Center. I'd like to show you around, so hurry on over, everyone. Okay, the Pokemon Center it is. Now, something really cool that you can do with the cross transceiver that I don't know if they actually explain to you anywhere in the story part of Black and White, but I guess now that it's in English, we'll find out, is that with Wi-Fi and registered friends through friend codes, you can use voice or video chat if you have DSi or DSi XL. And of course, when 3DS comes out, I'm sure it'll be compatible for that too, because it does have a forward-facing camera. Now, something cool, a new thing that they've added to Black and White, or just Pokemon, is that when you go into a new town, it really does pay to talk to the people, because they will play awesome music. Chip Quip! Yeah, Minchino knows he likes it. And add some piano, and voila! It's wonderful to dance to! So continue on. I think that's really cool. It's a very nice touch that Nintendo added, being able to add different layers of sound to the already existing background music. I think that's really nice. It's also nice because they did it right, too. If you go into a building or if you get into a battle, I believe that the music keeps going as long as you're in that town. It's when you leave that town and return that the music resets. And that makes sense because you don't want to have those guys drumming and playing piano all the time. I mean, sheesh, they gotta take a break too sometimes. Unlike gym leaders, which definitely and unfortunately happens in this game. Yes, you cannot rematch gym leaders in black and white, which is sad because apparently there's not going to be any gray. No gray areas to explore, but really I think that's utter bullshit. Seeing how well black and white sold, I don't think that Nintendo would miss the opportunity to make extra cash on gray. And if they decided to make it a 3DS title, that'd be even better. In fact, I don't see any reason for them not to make it a 3DS title if they do go for gray. I guess maybe so people with the DS could still play it, but at that point I think they would have already pushed it. And I'm sure that you're going to see plenty of commercials when they're advertising backwards compatibility of the 3DS with Pokemon Black and White playing. Okay, come on, enough Professor Juniper. I want to give these people a nice real tour of the Pokemon Center. Someone's PC. Aha. Who is it? I don't know. We're going to ignore that for now. And just use the PC. Someone I'm sure you'll meet someday. So let's get a move on. Now this right here is a pretty awesome feature. They've finally streamlined the Pokemart and the Pokemon Center together. So now there's only one main building that you'll have to go to do healing and get new items. Also, something really cool that they didn't used to do in all the stores across whatever region you're exploring in is include really awesome TMs in the store. Usually you can find those awesome TMs by talking to the second guy closest to the bottom of the screen. The guy that's standing right next to me. He offers most of the usual items like escape ropes, potions, Ultra Balls, Pokeballs, Great Balls, things like that. Obviously, since we're just starting off, we're not going to have all the option for those awesome items, but later on, as we get more badges, new things will become available to us. And I think if you actually talk to some of the townspeople here, they'll tell you that. That's how they explain it, that new items are available to trainers who get more badges. So really, those items are all available right now, it's just that we're too novice to use them. One of the coolest new options of this PC is the Battle Box. And the Battle Box, coupled with Sea Gear, allows you to go on your main quest and still be out in the real world and battle anybody at any point. So choose the Pokemon you want as your fighting team, and you could still go explore the Unova region without having to worry about going to a Pokemon Center just to battle somebody if you're on the go. Here's the help menu, which is also new, and it's very good for novice players, true newcomers to the series. And upstairs you'll find Wi-Fi connectivity options, GTS, and random matches. All that is not fully active right now because the Pokemon Global link is down, but on March 30th, it will be.